another fine Monday here in the Metroplex that we are recording. We've got some information that we're going to be covering here. We've got the FC Dallas in a 1-1 draw up in St. Louis. We've got the Trinity, a 1-0 win in Jacksonville. And then we're going to talk ticket pricing. We're going to talk some USMNT. We're going to talk a little Jamaican national team, a little bit of reggae boys, and we'll see what Marcus has for us around the grounds as well. But let's jump right into it since it is a day loaded with topics. But let's start with the home club, FC Dallas, 1-1 draw in St. Louis. After going down a man, Michael Colodi gets sent off in the 15th minute with a straight red card.
Okay, so before we start, new tradition, Dennis, gosh, keep up. Anyways, so album of the week.
My bad, didn't know we were doing that.
Johnny Cash.
Put it on the run sheet.
Yeah. Johnny Cash apparently really likes prisons. So
funny for a man who's never been.
That's funny, right? So you can either have his live album at San Quentin or at Folsom Prison. Everybody knows Johnny. I don't really need to go down the track list. This guy's an absolute legend. Obviously, Walk the Line, Folsom City Blues. You know what it is. But this is the albums of the week. Johnny Cash.
Let's go dig out some albums. Let's go. Hold on.
Okay. Well, I had one out because I got it recently. I got the More Credence album. So just classic CCR.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Yep. It's
what track do you recommend off that?
I mean, any of them are good on this one. But it's hard to go wrong with Lodi. At this point, it's classic.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Dennis, what do you got for it?
From it?
Let's drop the Walker Roaders self-titled album here. This is a Los Angeles-based Irish punk band, if you will. They do a little more of a traditional punk.
Lift it a little higher.
So.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry about that. Camera angles are all screwed up, but they are based in Los Angeles, and this is a little bit of a super group formed by some former members of the Pogues and some other Irish bands you may know. Definitely worth checking this one out.
That's a great album cover.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about vinyl is that they still put a little bit of effort into the covers now instead of just baby pictures or whatever it is. Shout out to Nas. So we're gonna start off with FC Dallas 1-1 in the soccer capital, as they like to brand themselves. Quote unquote. Yeah, Colodi. So here's the thing.
Well, they're definitely not the barbecue capital, so I'll give them that much.
That's an absolute fact. Absolute fact. Mostly because they're on the wrong side of the river. But so 1-1, Colodi early red card. Musa saves us again. I mean, it's rinse and repeat, right? Goalkeeper has to stand on their head. Shout out to Jackson Colodi, who.
And by the way, not just stand on their head. 43 shots stand on your head.
Yeah, it was. I mean, part of that is that after they tied, or they tied it up, they went into park the bus mode. So
yeah,
but then
I don't even know if that was park the bus mode. I think that was we just don't know what to do and how to get forward mode.
Fair enough. From my eye, when I was watching it, it looked like as the moment they got. There we go. Apparently, Italy just tied it up.
We got Italy World Cup qualifiers right now. They finally just tied it back up with Israel after they scored an own goal, and then Italy just scored again. But go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, they tied it up. You can go through your thoughts right quick, and then we can go through the stats. To me, it was first things first. Red card, no red card. What do we thought? What are our thoughts on that?
I go with anytime you're that attacker and you can just manage to drag your foot some, there'll always be the argument that there was contact, whether it was legitimate, physical, like aggressive, take you out contact or not. And I think the referee would be like, well, by the letter of the law.
Yeah. It was one of those.
It's soft.
we can talk about the defender. I mean, it really wasn't soft, right? It is a dot tough, right? If not for you, he has a tap in. Or
so
not
the
really
fall is soft, I'm saying. Like
Klaus, be a fucking man and take the shot, Klaus. Be a man and take the shot.
If that contact is like a shoulder to shoulder and he goes down, they're not calling it. Like
it's hard for him to be a man when he has no hair. So just for men or hymns, whichever one you want to use, you have enough money right? We see the MLS salaries. You can definitely get it done.
You would be sick in Turkey for a week.
Exactly.
Not only am I the president, I'm also a client.
Fair enough. Yeah. You can be like the girls who get the BBL, right? You disappear, you get off social media for a while, you come back and tell me how much you worked out in order to get that.
I'm just trying to stay in Klaus wine, honestly, but yeah, we can move on from Klaus.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, shout out to Jacob Jackson and just the absolute masterclass he put on. Andres Zanota sitting back like Mr. Burns, watching his goalkeeper stock go up all season, just waiting to cash in on that. I mean, this is a kid that came in 3 weeks ago. He was what, San Diego, not even making the bench, I believe, to where he's going to be starting next week, right? Because we've got nobody left, right?
Yeah, this is typical FC Dallas, though. The goalkeeping coaching here is, I think it's Drew Keyshawn, right? I mean, it's been so good for so long, and it just seems like every time we need to bring up another keeper, we bring one that it's at least serviceable.
At what point do we just make Drew Keyshawn the head coach?
I mean, I want to say
goalkeeper coach does not translate to head coach.
Yeah, trust me, we know that.
Just saying. I'm just saying he's good at his job. I'm just saying, why not give him a promotion?
I will say that's the benefit of consistency. I think he's been here the longest, like 9 years.
Yeah.
Like he's been here forever. So consistency does help.
Yeah, that is a man. I'm surprised we've never lost.
Yeah, I mean,
he likes to be here in Dallas too.
I'm shocked he didn't leave with Poppy, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's just so we can hit the stats right quick. It reads like a stat sheet of someone that was playing 10 men. 42 shots, 14 on target, 67%, 482 passes, passing accuracy 89. Somehow, 10 fouls. They only had 1 offside, 16 corners. So basically, they dominated in every way except the scoreline. And in this business, what matters is the scoreline. So, yeah, man. That as far as the defender, that was a bad back pass. I hate. Oh. We don't have defenders with good enough feet to except for Oz, who have good enough feet to absorb the pressure. Although he lost the ball once or twice this game as well, and I mean he's coming back and he's playing out of position. I mean I can come up with a million excuses, but it's like we need better possession players. Unfortunately, we sent one of them to South Africa, but that's beside the point. Kappas.
Siki fan base 1 over here.
Oh, I'm telling you, that jersey's on its way.
Did you order it?
Oh, for sure.
Nice.
Whether or not it's legitimate and I get it is a separate thing, but you know what it is.
Watch out for those tariffs. I've seen it. I've seen everybody who's ordering overseas jerseys get hit with $100 tariff bills when they after
Sir, I'm well aware. That is what I do all night long, clearing people.
Right.
Yeah, they're very pissed off about that. Oh, I ordered it. I already paid for it. Yeah, but you didn't pay to clear it. So
right.
Yeah, Chris Kappas to me, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing why they were upset he left, and I'm not seeing why they're hyped he's coming back. He is as bland as So
look, I've never expected a signing in the summer to do anything for me, so I'm going to reserve my judgment till next season. Personally,
next season,
yeah,
fair enough.
But I get what you're saying.
I mean, next season is going to be such a crapshoot. We're going to have. I'm assuming we're going to have Leagues Cup, so we're going to have 2 breaks next year. And you know what?
Crazy.
What's funny is, with our luck, that's the year we win MLS Cup.
That would be about right. It'll be the asterisk year. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like the Lakers and the Disney Bubble Cup. It's like,
right.
Does it? I don't know.
I'd be shocked to see them do the Leagues Cup next year too, with the World Cup break we're gonna have to take. I know MLS and the powers that be want as much money as possible, but I don't know how you manage to fit that into the schedule at all next year.
Money talks, baby. Money talks.
I know.
We will discuss later for sure that money does definitely talk. So, any other thoughts about this game? I mean, up next is Austin, the Broccoli Bowl. They're going to be here at home as usual. We're going to be tailgating Red Lot, 4:30. Community beer, as always. Great sponsors. Thanks to them for hosting us during the watch party, a dual watch party. So it's pretty good crowds.
I do want to go ahead and give a shout out to Charlie and Gina and all of the DBG folks and everybody else who headed up to St. Louis. As as not great as this club has been, it's great to see how many folks are getting out to road games that are more than just Austin and Houston and Kansas City,
Yeah.
right? Folks are getting up and they're getting out and they're going to games. We had folks in St. Louis, we had folks in LA. We've had folks hit a lot of road games this year, so shout out to them. And if you're looking for road tickets, if we've got a large enough group, please reach out to us. We can arrange ticketing, even if the club, because that was what happened in this case. The club was not able to arrange or was not willing to arrange because there were not enough people interested. We got a ticketing link, and we got, I think, like there was like a dozen people that wound up over there in St. Louis. So if you're looking for road tickets, please reach out to DBG on social media. Marcus, where can they find us?
We are at Bear Guardians on everything.
At Dallas Guardians on X.
Wait.
You said at Bear Guardians.
Sorry. We're at Dallas Guardians on everything. I'm sorry. There's not just coffee in this cup, just so we're clear about that.
Missing the layup.
I know. Shout out to my alma mater. They would definitely not appreciate, but that's fine. Yeah, man. What is it? What Hubert always tells me when I travel for this team. Imagine traveling for this team. So
right every time. It was mostly for the LA Galaxy LAFC week.
Yeah, I mean it was a great week. Wednesday.
Yeah, what an incredible trip to make.
Yeah, that's fun. I kind of wish we did.
LA is always a good time too, right? That's what where most of these MLS clubs are. There's not really a bad city except Austin.
I mean, what's really to do in Cincinnati? But anyways, so
I'll be there next week actually. So
shout out to Cincinnati. So
great Italian restaurant called Scotto.
So this is
what a great name.
I mean, always. Yeah, maybe you run into a Collodi there since he's not going to be playing. Yeah. So this is match day scores. So I was wondering, we were talking to Dennis a little backstage. I was wondering why there were so few games, and then it dawned on me this is an international window, which is interesting thing to accommodate here. But I mean, nothing really big here. Chicago playing better than they played in a long time. Nico winning somewhere else, which is kind of our thing, is going somewhere else and winning when you're from here.
Yeah, but they're already sick of him and his style.
Yeah, but the style they had before wasn't working. So you got
the style they had before is the same style.
Yeah,
they didn't change styles.
Yeah, but they're back into the playoff hunt instead of last year. So
sure. I guess what I'm saying is Nico really hasn't been a change for them.
Yeah, but if it's one thing Dallas and Austin sports fans can agree on, it's fire Nico.
It really is.
I mean, this is the downside of the coaching carousel, right? We just hired the same people. Like Bruce Arena can basically get a job until he is in the ground anywhere in MLS. But he wins everywhere he goes. So at that point, what's the argument?
He's a bad example.
Yeah. Peter Vermees, I'm shocked he hasn't found a job someplace.
Honestly,
he's probably not looking. He's probably waiting for next year, and he'll find a job. But yeah, this is a West. We have not moved positions, unfortunately. We're still, we are where we are. We got a game in hand on Houston and San Jose. So I mean, there is an opportunity, but it's not much of an opportunity.
Speaking of Peter Vermees, I would not be surprised to watch him pop up and take that St. Louis job after the season's over.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Oh, right across
right across the road. They just let their technical director or whatever they call them, the GM, whatever, they let him go. I think it's the perfect fit, right? Like who hates that besides Kansas City fan?
I think Vermees might hate that as Mr. Kansas City.
Yeah. I mean, also, I'm not sure. He's never been just the head coach. Like he's been
he likes control.
Yeah, so that might be the issue with him. But up next we play Austin. We play Austin, so we can the Fire Nico banner is on its way. Trust me.
Austin had to pay for half of that. I hope.
Yeah,
I heard they don't pay their TIFO bills. No, kidding.
What?
I think that Austin has success the last few weeks. They've been on fire, but I think they've really been riding Owen Wolf, who's been on a tear. Which is great. Love when your players get hot. That matters.
The injury bug has caught up to them too, though. They've got they might have a deeper injury list than we do at this point, which is insane. Think about.
Well, I don't know. I think shutting down Owen Wolf would be the priority. If you can shut him down, you can definitely beat Austin. I think they're beatable, but I also have, very little faith in shutting down a lot of players right now.
I'm sorry. You do see who our defensive midfield and center backs are, right?
Yeah.
No one is shutting
third string goalkeeper.
I literally just said that.
I mean, as long as he didn't, that wasn't a contract game. In football,
Right.
they got a contract year. As long as that wasn't his contract game, we can make it work.
No, credit to Owen Wolf though. Seriously, I call him a nepo baby all the time because it's fun to make the joke. But he's definitely shown value this year, which is good
for
him.
Who's the dad? Who's the parent?
Josh Wolf, the previous coach.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. That shows what I know.
I mean, it's not your team, so.
Actually, one of these days we're going to do.
They're not actually our rival either. So there's that.
Who cares? One of these days we're going to do a nepo baby Olympics because this was in the basketball conversation, and they're like, average players' kids usually turn out great, like the Curry sons. Their dad was pretty average. And then the greats, Michael Jordan's kids didn't even bother trying. LeBron is trying. The baby Bronny might be the guy. The current Bronny, not so much. But yeah, we need to do that in soccer. Where's Beckham's kids? They're not doing anything.
The problem is the guys doing it in soccer are just American legends, in quotes, legends.
Side note, I can't wait for Messi's kids to completely just like irrationally hate their father and decide to go play American football instead.
Too small for that.
But yeah, no.
Have you not seen some of these running backs in college?
I mean, I think they might be shorter than Cooper Rush.
I think the Cleveland running back is like 5'10". It was just
somebody's got somebody's got or worse yet, baseball, right? Imagine a left-handed pitcher pitching for the Marlins named Messi.
I'm here for it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but no, that was just a conversation. It's like, what are the great soccer players? Tim Weah, his dad is okay, right? But we'll see what happens to Cristiano's and Messi's kids in like 5 years. Well, no, maybe more.
Shout out to the Schmeichel family. I love both Schmeichels.
Oh yeah, that's right, goalkeeper. Yeah, so there we go. Although I don't recall his dad. I know he would.
Peter Schmeichel was better than his son actually.
Was he? I mean,
personal opinion on that.
Where do the Ferreiras rank here for you guys?
I mean,
Jesus is better than his dad, so there's that. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Both fall.
Yeah. We'll see. It's just a quick thought. We should definitely get into that.
But it's a fun idea.
Let's talk about some actual winners.
TTFC.
Yeah, there we go. Top of the league. Stop the count.
Stop the count.
End the league right now. It's over.
Yeah. You actually don't have to stop the count because even if they get no points from their next, they will still be top of the table. They're 4 points clear of anybody else.
Yeah, feels good. Feels good.
Yeah.
So what?
Incredible feeling.
So next weekend's the last weekend. Supporters Shield. Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
But yeah, no, the ladies in gold went to Jacksonville, got a dub
on the back of a goal scored by 15-year-old Ray Moore, who becomes the youngest player to ever do it in the United States women's soccer competition. 15 years, 332 days, I believe. She turns 16 in a couple of weeks. Incredible academy product. She grew up and has played for ECNL, the Pacific Northwest, or Northern California rather, Sacramento area. She's the NorCal ECNL Player of the Year right now. So for the U16s.
Oh, well, that's dope. I was
always cool to have the young people scoring. That is one of the fun things about this.
Marcus,
how many young guys young girls, women there are.
Marcus, if you read my post-game recap over thirddegree.net, you would have known that.
Sir, I have gotten no sleep. I've been working 8 hours.
I'm just saying. If you had read it, you would have known that.
Fair enough. I will read it immediately after this. But yeah, no, they are 3 wins on 3, goal difference of 1, 9 points, top of the league. It was great to watch. They played a lot better than that Brooklyn game that we went to start. I was really frustrated that game.
Brooklyn was frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah, and me and Dennis, we were texting back and forth because I was watching the midweek game with Brooklyn. They played better, so I don't know what it was. Maybe it was travel. Maybe they are our rival. Maybe they really don't like playing Dallas. It was a lot less sharp elbows. Keeping the ball on the ground, making quick passes. It was, it's this type of soccer I like to watch. But yeah, we'll let Dennis go away, Mr. Write-Up. give us a Cliff Notes version of your third degree. Shout out to Buzz and the crew. Share the thirddegree.net. There we go.
Yeah, I would just say this was two very tactically defensive teams, right? And both teams were up in the high press. Jacksonville and Dallas both came out, and it was really, I think, two very evenly matched teams this entire matchup, right? They were both playing their game, and their game happened to be very similar. A lot of change of possession, a lot of back and forth early on. Jacksonville got some chances early. Dallas got some chances early as well by way of the set piece. Amber Wisner. It's Wisner, apparently, is the correct pronunciation. We've gotten that wrong, too. So maybe hit up Charlie and get me a media guide so I know what I'm doing here for a change.
They might not have one. We'll find out.
Yeah, they might. They might not. Because, first of all, Peacock got not only the formation wrong, but they also got that Chris Petrocelli they had him still listed as the acting head coach. So they have not been updated as well.
I think the formation thing is pretty par for the course in general. It happens in Major League Soccer and all the USL stuff too.
Yeah, I think
I hate to say it, but
I think maybe teams do it on purpose because they don't want the opponent to know their formation.
Very possible, very possible. So. But when the team has been running the same formation 3 weeks in a row, maybe you should identify it and be able to do that yourself. But whatever, neither here nor there, right? But like I said, both teams came out. Amber had a great, another really cheeky attempt, if you will, from outside midfield that turned into a handball. Dallas had a free kick from that. Just they couldn't close, right? There were a few great opportunities they couldn't close. Jacksonville couldn't really close at the other end either. Halftime was relatively uneventful, other than it was really solid, locked-in defensive play from both sides, and sometimes that doesn't translate well to TV. The Jacksonville camera or whatever, that their camera was like 3,000 feet in the air. It was ridiculous. It was like trying to watch a game from space.
They showed the boring side of the field too.
The league really needs to step it up as far as cameras and camera positioning and things like that if they really want to take it to the next level. I know they're trying to just be a live product right now, but they really need to step up, and NBC, if God forbid anybody from NBC is actually listening to this, step it up. This league needs some love.
To be fair, they probably don't have the infrastructure for cameras on the opposite side of that stadium.
Well, sure. I mean, it's easy enough to do it. You can buy a Sunbelt crane, because a lot of stadiums actually do that.
Right, they put them on scissor lifts, they put them on telehandlers. It's easy to do. But I will say, Moore's goal, if you haven't gotten a chance to watch that, go back and watch that. That is a goal that is way beyond the quality of a 15-year-old academy player. It was from just outside the 18-yard box, just slotted it home.
Keeper does her a little bit of a favor, but it's still a good shot.
Yeah, keeper goes the wrong way, but it's near post, back of the net.
Still a good shot.
Right, great shot, and like I said, way beyond the skill set of what you should be seeing from a 15-year-old academy product in this league. So shout out to Ray Moore and the Trinity. But you guys watched the game. What'd you see?
Yeah, finally got to see Cameron Lancaster at the 10, which was kind of what they were doing last year. And I think one of the things Jesse Fabric's postgame had talked about before was the problem with Cameron Lancaster at the 10 is they foul the crap out of her and no one ever calls it.
Yeah.
I love what she can do there, but maybe she's just too small for the 10 role. I think maybe I'd like to see her on the outside a little bit more. I think she's got the skill set for that as well. I just think she's our more creative option in that position right now without Lexi. So it's a balance of deciding if it's going to be her or I forgot who they played there last week.
Winnie Bellata played last year.
I don't remember.
No.
Anyway.
You had Winnie Bellata in there, and then Sealy was back this week. Sealy played in the midfield last week, but Sealy Strawn was up. Played a little bit more of a outside wing back, replacing Chioma Bogagu, who missed, who had an excused absence this week.
Yeah. Bellata was the 10 last week then, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe going forward, Bellata
they kind of alternated. It's a little fluid, their midfield, right? They have three midfielders, but they play in a very fluid where sometimes you'll see and Buzz actually did a great write up on this, but you'll see Sierra Hinson get out from the left back and get way forward as a wing back, and when she does that, you'll sometimes see Amber Wisner come back and play a little bit more of a center back. You'll see Sealy and Bellata in a lot of these cases go. Sometimes one of them goes up, one of them stays back, and a little more offensive. It's really fluid, especially on the left side.
Yeah, I think watching this, the main frustration I'm having, and the same one Marcus has been having, is we keep trying to do these like little ground crosses to the middle, and we're doing a bunch of them a game, and they've amounted to nothing.
Yeah.
And it's like there's never anyone there for it. It's weird.
Right, and we've had a few pieces rotated out, a few pieces missing, and so they haven't really, I think, got the formation correct yet. And keep in mind, this is all without Lexi Mizimo, right? Like this formation is built for Lexi to return. I don't know if we see.
Yeah, I agree. I just think they're drilling a tactic that's clearly not working, and they haven't done anything to fix it up front.
Well, they haven't lost yet, so
I don't know
if not working is the right. Yeah, I don't know if not working is the right.
That tactic's not working because they haven't gotten anything out of it. More like maybe find a tactic that's more productive and stick to that, like, those midfield shots.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to do what they did in the latter half of last season, where you saw them really capitalize on mistakes more than anything with that high press, right?
Sure. And that was
high press, get the ball back while the other team's out of formation, and get up forward and finish as quick as you can.
Yeah, I just feel like there's no one directly connecting with Allie Thornton coming in from the sides. And maybe they'll fix that over time, but I think, you could say it might be a chemistry issue, but everyone up there with her was with her last year. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think I think they're still very much finding their footing with 3 matches in, and
definitely possible.
I guess if you can find something to complain about, well, getting 9 points from 3 matches, including 3 on the road, I think that is I think it's a fair call out.
I mean, they'll be on the road for a long time, so they'll have to be road warriors.
Yeah, it'll be a really fun episode after that.
Yeah, they're not home in the league until November 2nd, so we've got a ways to go.
Yeah, and as far as our 15-year-old product, there's, in this context only, there's a saying in soccer: if you're good enough, you're old enough type joint.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So only in this context only.
Yeah, just keep in mind, she had only come on for the very first time ever at this level 8 minutes before that. So
yeah,
I don't think you can ask for much more.
No, absolutely not.
Product.
Great.
Come on the 74th, score one in the 82nd, I think it was. That's a damn good turnaround.
Yeah, so we have no idea why Chioma was out, right? We just know excused absence or whatever.
Excused absence. It was the same thing with Hannah Davison last week. She had an excused absence, no reason, just personal excused absence was what was listed. Could be a number of things. I wouldn't want to speculate on that without.
No, there's no reason to. I just wonder if you had heard anything.
No, nothing other than, like I said, same thing as Hannah Davison last week with an excused absence. Could be, could be family issues, could be,
sure,
different things. Could be just scheduling things too.
Yeah.
I mean, these girls are not
felt like shit. Who knows?
Right? No. I mean, these girls are also, that might be listed as an illness more than anything. But who knows? People have, this is not a league where they're they're not making $1 million either. So maybe they have
fair enough.
Family obligations, weddings. Who knows, right?
Right.
But hopefully we see Chi back next week in Fort Lauderdale as the Golden Girls head south on I-95 to
retirement tour. They're going to Florida.
Hell yeah.
Let's make it happen, baby. It'll be fun next year in the USL 1 and in Super League. Florida. There's going to be a long Florida road trip. I think they're going to have to do some Saturday, Wednesdays in order to make it work out. But yeah, shout out to Trinity, top of the league. Next game in Fort Lauderdale. Again, we will recommend getting Peacock or a VPN, but whatever. I will say I won't want to.
By the way, Peacock is now raising their subscription rate for the top package. The ad free went from $13.99 to $16.99. So do what you need to do. But it's getting a little crazy here.
Their yearly pass is still what, $60 or $70? It's not a lot if you just
something like that. But that's now removing a lot. That they've also lost the WWE Premium Live events too. So not only are they losing that and going up in price, I mean, something's got to give here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into this Super League and you're into Premier League and you like the NBC comedies and stuff, probably still on the cusp of being worth it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not worth it. It's just it's annoying.
It's something to keep an eye on.
Friends and Seinfeld. Also, till the 18th of September, Paramount's yearly pass is $60, so I would recommend getting that.
Ooh, that's good to know. Good shout.
Also, shout out to Dallas Morning News. We're gonna move on here in a second. Shout out to Dallas News. They did an interview with Jim Neal, which is the, I guess, president, founder of Trinity.
Oh.
And the big takeaway from that is that he wants to break even eventually. And I'm like, ooh, groundbreaking. Yeah. So
I would like to someday possibly make money with this business.
That's a little bit too hunts for me. All right.
Yeah. It was like, wait, what? Really? Really good interview. And Dallas Morning News obviously has a paywall. Paying for newspapers is always an interesting thing. It's like, do you pay for the national ones or you pay for the local ones? I guess you got to pick and choose.
Well, shout out to the Neals, all great people.
Yeah. We do love the Neals.
I do find it interesting though. I wonder if they're gonna start. Sooner than later, they're gonna have to start their own ECNL team, right? They're gonna have to start doing their
probably
own
right
work. In the long run, I think that has to be a must. So we'll go ahead and do a wrap around here. So here are the standings. Obviously, we're number one. Stop the count. We're gonna play number 2 for Lauderdale.
Real 6-pointer, top of the table 6-pointer coming up this week.
Nice. Shout out to Lexington, who I did watch on Wednesday, beat the snot out of Brooklyn. They seem to be much improved over last year. I don't know why they were at the bottom of the table last year, but whatever the issue was.
Well, they went through 2 coaches last year. There was a lot of front office changes. Like they upended that whole organization in the offseason. So nice to see that it's having some benefit. Tampa Bay Sun, though, doing their best LA Galaxy impression after winning it all last season and starting out at the bottom of the table this season.
They could be doing
the American game, folks.
Yeah, they could be doing their best Seattle impersonation, where you're sucked during the fall and during the spring.
Give it a few months. I'll talk more trash in a few months, maybe. But
absolute world beaters. But next up, Fort Lauderdale, obviously, shout out Peacock. Great deal, no matter, even if it increases slightly. One of these days we need to discuss the fact that we're just going back to cable. But that's a.
By the way,
it's a cable without all the pesky regulation, is what it is.
Fair enough.
Weird how few clean sheets there's been in this league so far. What are we up
to? We've got 4? 2 of them.
Yeah, it's 3. So we had 2.
It's
and
4
then,
now. I think.
Oh, is it 4? Oh yeah, that's right. Because there's 3 here and then 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll get better. I've always
definitely.
Said, like most leagues, the first games are mostly preseason, especially for Jacksonville, who had to cancel both their preseasons. I think they were supposed to play Wrexham and another team, and I didn't know Jacksonville rained this much. I know Florida gets a little bit of weather, but their entire preseason got flooded out. So,
to be fair, I think it's just the season we're in. I think once we hit like actual winter, it'll change.
Yeah, because I think that they only got 1 preseason game, and they had to travel to Kansas City to play Kansas City Current 2 in order to get a warm-up game. So, that's.
I'm going to be really frustrated all season having to look at the games played.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
All season.
Like Spokane basically played 2 games in 1 week, so it was just a weird confluence of things. It's like, oh shit, so
Brooklyn's on 4, Carolina's on 2. Like it's
it'll be fun. Hopefully,
I think it'll balance out once the spring schedule starts to happen too.
Yeah, and right now it'll just be quirky, and that's fine. I just think it's kind of funny.
But I think at the end of the season, a team will have more games or less. I can't remember how the breath were, but hopefully next year there's no announcements yet, but I think we will have a minimum of 10, maybe 12 for 26-27. So
I'd hope so. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. That is another argument to have. Do you grow the league in even numbers? Because like USL 1 is going to have 21, or do you grow the league when you can grow the league, or do you do like the NBA or the NFL do, where if you're going to expand, it's always the NFL is never expanding, but NBA and NHL, do you expand 2 at a time, East-West, so you don't run into uneven schedules and uneven conferences? So
I tend to prefer that for like just the cleanliness of it, but I don't think it's necessary per se, right? Yeah, especially if you're doing East-West.
Yeah, fair enough.
But are you actually kidding me?
Yeah, so
Dennis is losing his mind because Israel just scored another goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
We could talk about
some strong opinions about that, but let's continue on here.
Yeah. We could talk about why Israel's in UEFA and why they're not suspended while Russia was. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to the big news of this week, and to lead into that,
you can't say the words open air prison, Marcus. Chill.
Fair enough. So okay. Okay, anyway, so to get a clean break from that topic to this topic, we're going to talk about the big news of this week and telling you the big news of the next 200
and we're back even, back level. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I get a clean break here for the cuts here? For the cuts. All right, big news. Oh my goodness! I am sorry, audio listeners. For visual listeners, you won't see any of this. This will be cut out. So big news for this week and for the next week are going to be. But before I get into that, I need to show you what you need to do in order to afford what we're going to talk about next. So go ahead and buy one of these, or two, or whatever you need to. Powerball is, although someone just won, 1.8 billion, because that's what you're going to need in order to see the World's Game when it arrives here on our shores next year. So it's announced this week. So if you're not paying attention, FIFA World Cup tickets, earlier this year they announced suite packages, which I think the low end was 15,000 on the high end.
Yeah, I think that was the lowest.
20 was actually. Yeah. I think 20,000 was the
lowest. 15 was hospitality.
Yes, hospitality package.
Got it.
Yeah. So and upwards of 73. And FYI, when we talk about this, we're only talking about America because in Canada and Mexico, dynamic pricing is not allowed, so they won't have any of these fucking problems.
Canada will be competing on the free market. Mexico will have their own separate secondary market for Mexican citizens.
Wait, fair enough, but I could have sworn Canada had a law against dynamic pricing. I guess they changed that, or there's a workaround.
There's good old FIFA coming in and changing things. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, here's I said this when FIFA tried to take the Azteca suite tickets from their life. And also, I need to correct that. They're not lifetime members. They bought a 99-year lease, and I think that stadium's only like 50 years, so they still got a long ways to go. When they built the stadium, you could buy a suite pass, and you own every event that ever occurs.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of the lifetime flights from what is it, Delta that did it?
Yeah, no, American Airlines. It was like $250,000, in the 80s.
Barclays Center did that for their early seasons. They had a Barclays season pass where you can go to every event, included Nets at the time. The Islanders were playing there too. So you get both of those and the entire concert series, pro wrestling, monster truck rally. Everything wasn't like you got your ticket. You could basically buy a season pass for the everything that arena had.
Yeah. Wild. Which, to be honest, is a great idea, especially when you need funds to build the thing.
And especially if you live nearby the stadium as a consumer, like if you live nearby, like, hey, there's always something going on. Hey, the circus is in town. Let's go to the fucking circus on a Thursday night, right?
If you live nearby and you're quite wealthy, let's just be honest. But anyway, so dynamic pricing.
Who do you think lives in Bed-Stuy these days?
Uptown. I'm aware.
I don't know. Billy Joel? I don't know.
Absolutely fact. Isn't that where Tribeca is with Robert De Niro? So FIFA announced they're going to use dynamic pricing, which I think we all feared was going to be a thing. We hope they wouldn't, because I'll show here in a second. In every other FIFA World Cup, they have not. They've set maxes. I think more people are just upset that the way they're rolling out the tickets is confusing, right? So like this week, you're not actually able to buy the tickets. You're able to buy a place in line to buy the tickets, and the first 1 million tickets, you have to be a Visa card holder in order to buy. It's just, it's some bullshit. And
as opposed to a Visa holder in the United States, which is a whole different subject.
Exactly. So, and what's really weird is that you might be able to lock in tickets to a game, but not be able to know who's playing where you are until October, or is it November, whenever the draw is. So you might buy a suite. Let's say you live in Dallas Fort Worth. You buy the suite pass for all the games being held at Cowboy Stadium, and then none of the teams you want to see are here. What are you going to do? Are you going to go to those games, or are you going to go travel? So it's just
good news. If you buy the tickets and you decide you don't want to go to a game, you can put the ticket on FIFA's fucking proprietary secondary ticket market.
It's not
because they're not making enough fucking money. They have to maintain the secondary ticket market themselves too.
It's not really proprietary. It's a SeatGeek, but with FIFA facing. So they're just
right.
Front fascia FIFA.
It's called white labeling.
Yeah, no, you are correct. So guys, what are your thoughts, man? It's I think we all knew we were going to get screwed.
That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I expected to get screwed by this anyways.
Okay.
Italy's
I
don't
guys,
want to.
if you don't know this, Italy's now winning. But especially from a Mexican national team standpoint, right?
Yeah.
It'll be easier and cheaper especially for us to fly to Mexico City or wherever else they're playing.
I do believe you have to be a Mexican national to actually
to get the
benefits.
No, to get the Cat 4, which is the local, you have to get those. Those are the lowest tickets. Their regular tickets will still be cheaper than, well, I guess North America. I don't know why they do that. North American regular tickets. So, yeah, it's all right. I'm trying not to blow my top here because really,
it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. It's how there is zero respect for the average fan at this point. This is all about how can we possibly make the most money possible from all of this. And I get that they're a business, they're in it to make money, but this is
Aren't they a non-profit?
No, they're a non-profit.
Yeah,
they're not a business.
Are they a non-profit or a not-for-profit?
No, they're a non-profit. They're registered as a non-profit. See, here's the thing. This is my frustration here. I see everyone up in arms about this. When I had the exact same complaint about the Club World Cup, and people are like, "No, it's fine. It's just great games. Look, just enjoy it." And I'm like, I'm very confused. Everyone and their mom knew that they were doing a test run for this shit, and they were just pretending like they weren't. You were gonna get screwed. Why? See, it's really frustrating. And here's another thing: how people got screwed. FIFA not lied to you. They misled you into thinking like if you got Club World Cup tickets, you will get preferential treatments on getting World Cup tickets. Right. Turns out you won't. So
I have also not seen anything from either one of our home clubs about any sort of local ticketing whatsoever either. So it sounds like the only thing we had the option for was the hospitality packages that we could have gotten on early if you wanted to spend, I don't know, 20 fucking grand, because that's what the average MLS fan is looking to spend for World Cup tickets.
Yeah, I mean, so I think the Outlaws who've done hospitality packages when it's outside the country, I don't know if they'll be able to swing it this time when it's local. All right. So I'm going to give y'all a ray of sunshine because this is a larger World Cup, and there are going to be some teams no one gives a fuck about. You will be able to see a World Cup game.
Yeah, sure. I can't wait to see like 10,000 at fucking Dallas Stadium or whatever you're calling it.
So just FYI, you will be able to see a game. The problem is, if you're a fervent fan, if you're a Mexico, US, Canada fan, be prepared to bleed out the nose. If you're one of the original, the usual powerhouses, Brazil, Germany, Argentina, South Korea, who apparently is more popular here than I've ever noticed before, Japan, like we know the countries, you're going to bleed through the nose. For me, I'm lucky. I'm a Jamaica men's national team, so I know it's going to be me and like 6 people in that stadium.
Yeah, you better you just really need to hope that they don't draw like a group that's like Italy, Spain, Jamaica.
Look, my game plan is to pick I'm going to put Minnow in quotes.
Yes.
And follow them for the tournament and hope that I get to watch them in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean,
going into this, I knew I wouldn't watch the US. I knew I wouldn't watch Mexico, and I knew I wouldn't get to watch Canada. So, yeah.
Here's the thing, though. The one thing about the secondary resale market is if you are very patient, you may be able to eke out some deals too. You may be able to, again, for those smaller teams, you may be able to come up on some deals where you're paying way below face value for those tickets, right? Because somebody bought those tickets as part of their local package or whatever, and they're not going to that game, and nobody else is going to that game, so they may have paid $60 for that game. You may be able to get like $14 tickets to some of these games, like you could with a lot of those Club World Cup matchups.
Yeah,
but you've got to be willing to wait, and you've got to basically like drive over to Arlington, spend your day at Texas Live or one of the local bars and hang out, and hopefully 30 minutes before the game pull the trigger on a ticket.
I mean, we got to just go scam people, right?
We're hoping it does work out like the Club World Cup, because that's what happened, right? Outside of the Miami, PSG, the big boys, you could get tickets for like $60 or $70 the day of. So here's a list of the teams that have already qualified. So Canada, Mexico, US, Japan, New Zealand, Iran, which let's just be honest, that's a question mark. Argentina, Uzbekistan, South Korea, Jordan, Australia, Brazil, Ecuador, Uruguay, Colombia, Paraguay, who apparently hadn't qualified for the last couple of cycles, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Morocco and Tunisia. So there are a couple of teams like the Tunisia, Uzbekistan. If they play each other, no one will be in that stadium. You could definitely make that work out.
And by the way, Tunisia's a decent team.
No, facts. But I'm just saying as far as like crowd size here.
Right,
like,
right.
Teams,
I'm saying that might be a game worth going to, man.
Yeah,
Tunisia's not a joke.
Now, Uruguay, Paraguay, don't plan on getting tickets for that. As a matter of fact, plan on wearing body armor to that game. Because, so I do want to give just a slight ray of hope. Now, the other downside, which we need to talk about here, is that's just the ticket pricing. A lot of these cities, Vancouver apparently already had a dearth of hotel rooms. So that means Airbnbs are going to be the way to go, which are already going to be too expensive. So that's going to be the other hiccup here. Now, Dallas-Fort Worth, I don't think is an issue. We have hotels coming out of the ears. Like, that's not really...
Yeah, but prices close to the stadium are going to be absolutely astronomical. And then you're gonna have people out where, like, Hubert lives, listing their places as Dallas local Airbnbs.
Like Dallas local adjacent.
Yeah, don't plan on staying in Arlington. You might be able to get a Denton, maybe a Gainesville. That's an hour and change. Maybe stay at WinStar. You can put casino and gamble. That might be a thing for you to do. WinStar, Choctaw, right on the other side of the border. It's a 2-hour trip.
Is Mansfield going to be done by then? Is that stadium going to be done by then?
Yeah, it's
scheduled. Team, right?
It's scheduled to be open for the MLS next season, which is in March. So
that might be a decent place to grab a hotel room. If one of those hotels are open by then.
Mansfield, Hillsborough, which is at the split of 35 for all the people who are from DFW. It just depends on how far south you want to go to and how shitty a hotel you want to get. So there are options.
There's that place just outside Waco that advertises like $119 for the week, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be $1,000 for the week. I'm also thinking about staying with my in-laws and Airbnb-ing this place out, pay my rent or pay my mortgage for like 3 or 4 months.
Pay your mortgage for the year.
Yeah. Like, shit, might pay off most of my mortgage if I play it right. So
the hospitality industry you're gonna see the same issues across hospitality. You're gonna see increase in prices in hotels and Airbnbs. You're gonna see it in rental cars and traditional and tour rental cars. You're gonna see flight prices be absolutely astronomical getting into some of these airports, especially around days and times. You're gonna see massive Uber price surge skyrocketing because there is no public transportation between DFW and these hotels and
a lot of them. There's no public transportation between the place you might be staying and the place they're playing. There is public transportation. It just won't be very helpful.
Right. You're not getting to the game via public transportation. And I don't know if you guys went to any of the Copa America games that were here last year. But the U.S. game that I forget who they played off the top of my head. Right? Panama, right? That game, that stadium was only about, I'd say, conservatively 2/3 full, and that's being generous. That's being generous. That stadium being 2/3 full, and it took 2 hours to get out of some of those parking lots, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What happens when that stadium is completely full with people who are not from the... it's not like people that go to a Cowboys game every week that generally know how to get in and out of these parking lots and have parking passes and things like that. These are people that might be their one and only time here, and so they just don't know where to go, what to do. I can't even imagine what parking fees are going to look like. I was looking, I'm going to Giants Cowboys this Sunday, and parking passes for like $150, like the cheapest. So I can't even imagine what they're going to do for parking at some of these lots.
And by the way, pray to God the Rangers don't have a game on any of these days. Hopefully they're coordinating on that.
Yeah, MLB has already said they're going to not move their schedule, but like
they're going to accommodate as best they can. But that's not to say there won't be something happening. I mean, will North Texas people? Oh no, they'll be in.
They're going to be in Mansfield, but who cares? No one was going there anyway.
Right. I was making a joke.
Yeah, like to be honest, the Walmart across the street could shut down and make all their profits just paying for or having people pay for parking. Like,
I didn't even consider that. You're probably right on that. Yeah.
There are a couple of apartment complexes over there that are probably just going to be Airbnbs like the whole time.
Just not renewing a lease for this year.
I'm at fact they probably won't allow you to renew up.
That's what I was getting at. Probably actually. That's
but horrifying. So here's my question. So we've talked about this for a bit. I just want to talk about so this is my debate question, although it's not really a debate. Are American consumers okay and accepting of the fact they're just an ATM? The world
I don't think
does
they're
not.
gonna. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, like the world has clearly proven repeatedly, whether it was the bullshit friendlies, was it the
Argue
international?
I'd rather be an ATM because an ATM is just taking money from your account and giving you your money.
No. Well, actually, you think that's true?
Fair
Try taking a large withdrawal from your bank. They tell you have to make an appointment. It's the
Sure,
dumbest
sure,
thing
sure.
I've ever seen.
But I'd be
I
okay
get
with
what you mean.
being a bank in this case. Like, as if I wish FIFA would use me as a bank to deposit all of their money, and maybe I could give it to them. But
no. First of all, they're never gonna keep their money here because the FBI might be able to catch it. It's definitely somewhere.
Yeah, right.
a Swiss bank account somewhere.
Offshore account, a Swiss bank account based in the Caribbean somehow.
Most definitely. But yeah, it is. So these are the prices that I've shown. So this is Russia and Qatar. One could argue that these prices, I mean, I went back to South Africa and beyond. So these prices, FIFA usually does a relatively good job of capping the prices. I don't know what it is about. Is it US soccer saying that you shouldn't cap it? Is it the sponsor saying that you shouldn't? Why is FIFA changing? Because here's the thing. Their next location, they'll go back to capping it. So why did they make the change for the North American World Cup? And is it because they know they can? Is that the issue?
That's
the prices that we're seeing here, are these average?
Oh, these are minimum and highs.
Okay, got it. Wasn't sure what I was looking at. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And Russia and Qatar, famously, countries that are protect their consumers.
I will say that Russia and Qatar
actually they
are both countries that will have a harder time getting more people to come in than the US would traditionally. But that being said, I don't think they're targeting the conscientious spender at this point. No, I'm not okay with it is my answer. But I don't think there's enough of us that care that are going to try to buy tickets or not, that it's going to affect them. And so I think they're just doing it because they can.
Yeah, I think, and that's like when you look at the difference that Mexico is basically saying no, right? Like we're not doing that. We're not doing dynamic pricing. We're not kicking our suite owners out of the stadium. Like we're just not doing it. And FIFA basically saying okay, right? Part of me kind of thinks if they had done that earlier in the process, Mexico would get less games.
I think you're probably right.
Right.
And to be fair, I think Mexico could probably get away with this too because they have that many less stadiums involved.
I think
whereas I think Canada had pushed the envelope, they might have been able to pull that off too.
Yeah, because Canada's only Toronto and Vancouver, which are their two big cities. I don't know where else you would really put it in Canada besides those two big boys. It's just, and never mind, Cat 4 is the local pricing, so that's basically what Mexico is going to enforce, right? And those are rubles, so I don't actually know what the translation is. But,
same, especially 2018. I have no idea.
Yeah, and I love how FIFA is trying to butter up this thing to make it sound better. Like, oh, it'll start at 60. And I'm like, but the thing about dynamic pricing is that you can never find a ticket at 60, right?
Yeah. The whole point of it is if you're getting it for 60, it's because you bought it at kickoff.
Yeah. So I mean, all right, I'm gonna give my harsh opinions. All right. So FIFA is FIFA. We well aware of that, but it's not just FIFA. It's the fact that the US Federation either does not want to exert control or does not care. And mostly because most of this money is going to funnel to MLS clubs, right? Because all the training facilities are going to be at MLS locations. It's a play. They know they're going to make the most money off of this, so they don't really care what FIFA does.
You're talking about a U.S. Federation that the average price were friendly for the C squad versus South Korea this weekend was, I think, $128.
Yeah, and that was in a smaller stadium. But yeah, it's just. Now, part of that, and again, we will always revert back to this. The person or team or entity that's doing the marketing for this is some. So who's really making money off this? It's not the Federation. It's another entity that I can't really think of off the top of my head. Anyways, so I just wanted to give everyone a heads up that you're going to get screwed next year. Be prepared. This is not like holding multiple college football games that I've been told for years. Like, oh, we can handle it. We fill college stadiums.
I also think this is not really just Major League Soccer. You got to think of the American owners that are going to make their money on these stadiums as well. I think the people to blame are your Jerry Joneses and your Crafts.
The Venn diagram. Well, no, here's the thing. When you actually host the World Cup, it's no longer your stadium, which is why it's not AT&T. It's which is going to be funny when they do the Goodwill.
Yeah, it's
blimp.
Dallas Stadium. Yeah,
yeah. When they do the Goodwill blimp overview, it's going to be a big AT&T sign. How's that going to work?
Yeah.
Dallas Stadium in parentheses, Arlington, Texas.
But they're getting a badass kick off of that. You can't tell me Jerry Jones is doing this from the goodness of his heart.
Well, yes, he gets all revenue. So that's
he's also going to get all the revenue from parking, stadium amenities. He'll probably get a shit ton from every one of these stadiums.
Well, he also owns
Not just the rich get
Concessions,
richer.
Right? This is absolutely about enriching billionaires and making trillionaires, right? This is about making trillionaires, is what this is about.
Anyways, yeah.
This is long gone from where we were in '96.
Mm-hmm.
My frustration is they're expecting, I think, almost double the attendance from '96 because the stadiums are bigger. You were going to make more money anyway, just based on the volume of the people that you can fit in these stadiums. There was zero reason to gouge people. So go ahead, people. Like I said, go ahead and buy them. Mm-hmm. Whatever your state calls it, Mega Million, Powerball, Texas Lotto. That might be the only way you afford it. So we're going to move on here from something depressing to something even more depressing.
Can't wait.
We're going to shout out to the U.S. national team.
I can't do this. I can't.
Shout out to the pick they chose for this Captain America here.
Sad Pulisic.
There's nothing really to talk about here. There's going to be a quick, 3-minute conversation.
My main question here is,
go ahead.
What are we going to do about this federation, continuously leaning on Major League Soccer players? Yes, I am talking about the South Korean Federation.
I know, right? They have a league.
Phenomenal.
The MLS quota in the South Korean Federation must be abolished.
Isn't it just one? I'm very confused. Do we have any other South Korean players? I think we have more Japanese than we have South Korean.
Yeah, we definitely have more Japanese. That's for sure.
No, for sure. They need to lean on MLS to produce players because they totally created a league, created promotion relegation, which basically means they wasted all their money. Single entity is the way to go, guys. So two things. Shout out to their crest logo, the tiger lion. I don't even know what that is. It's absolutely top tier. Cool. Is it a tiger? I didn't know tigers were indigenous to Korea. That's
I think they even have a couple of teams that go by tigers.
Is it really? No, I mean that's absolutely fire.
I know Olsen is a tiger.
So this is a Japanese tour. Oh, also as a side note on the World Cup, I'm looking forward to all the news stories praising the Japanese tourists for cleaning up the stadium when they leave, because they do it at every fucking World Cup.
Classic.
It's a cultural thing. I don't know why this surprises. Is it because no American would ever clean up after themselves? Anyway,
because nobody else is going to do it, not just Americans, right? That is a very, very Japanese thing, and you're not seeing that from any other fan base in the world.
I mean, Koreans kind of do it to a smaller extent.
Yeah, not to the extent that the Japanese are. Go ahead.
Yeah. But anyway, so this is the Asia tour. Basically, the Japanese and Korean teams are playing here. I think, Columbus. Not at the old Columbus Stadium. That would be kind of nice. But yeah, I mean, what are your guys' thoughts after the first game? It was not close.
I didn't get to watch most of this game. I was driving up to Dallas to watch Trinity and FC Dallas.
I'm gonna give my review. It was not close. They were outclassed. It wasn't just Son on the field that was sunning them. That pun is always going to be funny. I don't know if it's MLS. I don't know if it's the fact that these are the C quote. I mean, Pulisic was on the field.
Marcus, they told me that we needed to bring in a big name European coach, and that would change things.
Yeah, but we brought in. I don't think when people were hyping it, they're like, "Oh, we brought in a European coach. We brought in a guy that couldn't win shit at Tottenham." What the fuck? We brought in the guy that wasted most of Son's career. Luckily, he won something after he left. He wasted all of Harry Kane's career, right?
I was told a big name European coach would solve all of our problems. All of them. All of them.
You know what's funny? I actually think we need to go find a Serie A Brazil coach, to actually teach these boys how to play properly.
No, you need to bring in Bielsa. Anyway, that's
Bielsa. That's another thing. But yeah, it's just. And the European coach thing, I think after Clemson. Oh God!
Honestly, if I had to choose right now, this very moment, if you were to get rid of Pochettino, my guy would be Brian Schmetzer.
Brian Schmetzer? Oh, come on now. Anyways,
give me a reason why Schmetzer's not a guy.
He's just not. I'm not gonna. That's not really a long debate. He's just not.
I disagree. I would take Spencer in a heartbeat.
I know you would. That's fine.
Yeah, but you're not giving us the reason why not.
I'd take Bruce Arena over all of them. At least he has
I
the.
wouldn't mind Bruce, but I don't know if Bruce would ever take a national team job.
No, Bruce at this point is on his retirement tour.
Yeah,
He's collecting a very nice check. Here's my thing. It's to be expected. I want to temper everyone's expectation for this will not be a Qatar, Russia, South Africa thing where like the home team gets a rush of adrenaline, or in the case of Russia, cheats, and they overperform. This will be a regular performance from the U.S. men's national team. So I just want to temper everyone's expectation, right? If you get to the quarterfinals, that would be an absolute great thing. But I think they'll just go out in the knockout like they always do. It's the regular rotation. So I don't know why everyone is this serious about it. Also, Pochettino, they're not going to fire him because it's too close.
No, this is Poch's club until the end of the cup.
Because if you fire him now, you only get the winter window, right? You get December, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's not enough for you to start a World Cup.
Hey, I know we've moved way past the segment, but there is some breaking news. Jacob Jackson's save total has been updated to 12, and that is the most in MLS history by a goalkeeper making a substitute appearance, doubling the previous record of 6, and that is also the new club record for most saves in a match with 12.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of those NBA stats where you just LeBron never loses after like if you
the club record is a good one. The club record is a good one.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's reason to be excited just about having your team at home. So
the
burst of adrenaline thing, like, yeah, sure. I think with how deep this World Cup is going to be in terms of just or shallow, whatever you want to call it, I think the U.S. will probably be going a little bit further than that. I don't think we've really seen a good full U.S. squad yet, which is frustrating to me. Mm-hmm. Which of course means there'll be chemistry problems later if they don't get that sorted. But I don't know. I don't think anybody's expecting the U.S. to win it anyway at this point. So I think it's all right to get hyped about your national team.
Yes, I think it's all right to be hyped, not delusional. That's a separate thing.
I just don't think that many U.S. men's national team people are actually that delusional about this.
Are you serious? Oh, you need to go on Reddit, sir. It is. Woo,
I do. I don't work. I'm on the internet all day. I think there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, we should be going out to win the whole thing. It's like, well, you should be going out to win all of them if you can, but
you can't. So
you can't. It's that simple. Yeah, I don't know. I think the objective of making it a couple of rounds of knockout is good. I don't know. I don't think that's crazy.
I think you're just setting Mexico's expectations. I got you. But speaking of delusional,
but we're going to win the whole thing. I'm not done with this conversation.
Nah, we're going to win the whole thing. Delusional right here, baby. Let me get my delusional.
This is how Marcus wins arguments.
Yeah.
We just changes the subject.
Yeah. This is right. Berhalter, I'm telling you. Bring back Berhalter. So speaking of European coaches not fixing anything. Oh, there we go. Getting it done in Italia. If they don't qualify, I think they might burn the entire country to the ground.
4-2 Italy, by the way.
Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, it is Bermuda. So I want all my people to calm the fuck down, or relax, or do something. I would say with a Jamaican accent, but we might get copyright strike.
Do it.
Yeah, it's our. I think it's our C team, right? Because we didn't have Bailey; he was injured. We didn't have Pinnock. I don't think any of our Premier League players actually showed up. So
were they called and just didn't show up, or what was it?
No? So Bailey, he just got transferred to Italy. So he's got injuries and
plus you felt good about playing Bermuda. So
it was one of the things where like if you're not 100%, we're not doing it. Andre Blake is obviously injured, and we want him to heal up as much as possible. I really want him to heal up, and we definitely want him to be as tip top come June next year. But yeah, 4-0 drumming over Bermuda. We still have a midfield issue, which all my Jamaican folks can really get down to. It's not great. We have a guy that might fill the role, but he basically thinks he's Messi, so he plays no defense. And if that's your mindset at this level, and I consider us a C+ level of national team.
So you'd refer to him as Jamaican Lucho Acosta, is what you're saying?
Pretty much. But he doesn't fall down as much. It's one of those, if he tries passes, and if they don't work, he's not running back. So it's like that's not going to work. And we have other options. But we had the Golasso for the third goal. It was pretty good. We just want to shout out to the Reggae Boys. We want to fill the stadium from my Jamaican folks tomorrow. I'm going to put this segment out actually early. Put this out tomorrow for fill the stadium, 35,000. Again, I don't love that stadium because it has two features I hate. It has a track around it. It also has a cycling track around it because apparently we hosted the Commonwealth Games in 1960, whatever, and we had cycling. And it was, yeah. So I hate that, but they're supposed to be renovating it.
When you pay fealty to a queen.
I mean, we still do. God save, king now, but whatever.
God bless Jamaica for refusing to put red and white and blue on their flag, though. Respect.
Oh, yes.
And probably the number one, one of the many reasons why you have the number one jersey in
oh yeah, this one right here,
national competition at least. I don't care. Yeah. Fight me, argue with me all you want, argue with yourselves. Not happening.
I can't argue taste anyways.
Top three, I would say, globally. And I don't think it's one or two.
Yeah. Croatia is still one of my favorites. I like
respect
Argentina, obviously blue and white pinstripes. I mean, there's some classics that they're just classics.
You mean the boy version of the Miami jersey?
If we want to have a good kit talk conversation in the future, there's a really good discussion to be had about a good kit, just like design wise, and a good kit just based on tradition.
Yes, which is why I love.
It's a really good conversation.
Yeah, like the red and white checker is just old school. It fits. We'll probably do that in January once all the kits are announced. January, February, I think usually when they nail those down. So
you want someone to torch all of those? Get Gage on here.
Oh, for sure. I'm in fact, we'll call it torture kit, torture kit and Federation logo, so we can go through and find out what every Federation logos is. Trinidad's ones suck, by the way, but that's just because they're a crosstown rival. All right, so we're way over, but luckily
we're way late.
We're cutting up all these, so it won't be that long. So we're gonna do around the grounds this week. We're gonna touch a little bit locally. So this came out on the internet, and yeah,
it is gone now, right?
No, it's still
no, it's back. It was gone, and then it was back again.
Yeah. So we have. I mean, it's not going to mean Weston. So all my people, all 2,000 people who live there, you're not getting a professional.
2,000. How about 200? Weston is a population of 285 people.
But their metro area is 2,000.
Oh, okay.
It probably isn't even. But yeah, I have no idea.
So those who don't know, Collin County is north of Dallas proper. It is where Frisco and McKinney and these large Plano and now Salina and Anna, and for some reason Weston's listed here instead, but Melissa is not. We won't get too deep into that. But Collin County is the suburban and rural area immediately north of Dallas proper. It is the county north of Dallas County. It is also in the region of Texoma, which plays up in Grayson County in Sherman. It is in their USL region. It is in their defined region that goes down to 380 in McKinney, right? There has been a lot of chatter on the internet about who this club is, what they're going to be, what league they're going to be in. At one point, the address listed for on the survey that came out with this post, because the survey was, what do you think club color should be? What do you think a mascot should be? That sort of questionnaire. And the address listed for that survey was also the same address in Sherman, up on Travis Street, which is listed as the home office of the Texoma Club. It is actually just a public mailbox facility, I believe, at a locally controlled building up there. It's a city building. It's a City of Sherman building. The address has now since been changed, and it now, I believe, goes back to a Salina High School facility, yes, that where the address is listed, which would make sense if you are putting a club in this general region of these cities that are listed here. You're probably not going to want to go to Frisco, where there is a first division club, and the owners of that first division club are ingrained in the city government and ingrained in all of that pretty deeply. You're probably not going to want to go to McKinney, where there is already they're a USL2 side. They're not pro technically, but there is not a lot of cheap. There, let me phrase this properly. There is a lot of land available in this region, but it is not cheap.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone's arguing that they're going to build the stadium, right? They got to fill the stadium first before they build one.
What stadium are they filling is I think the question.
That is the question. So here, if anyone knows anything about Texas, is that we love our high school football and we will spend ungodly money building them. So you get two kind of high schools here. You either get a high school playing in historic Bobcat Stadium, which is ancient and should have been knocked down a while ago, or you get an Allen or one of Frisco Stadium, where they will spend 60, 70, 80 million dollar building stadiums that you would confuse with a local. Actually, to be honest, there are universities in Texas that have worse footballs. Speaking of that, my alma mater, Tarleton, really good school, smaller stadium than Allen Stadium, worse facilities. Like
keep in mind too, Melissa was left off this list, but Melissa just built a 10,000 seater.
Yeah. So there are opportunities to play. Now, again, you might run into two issues. Either it has a track around it, and or you have to play on football lines, because they don't do temporary football lines. They do the paint on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they just tied it.
It's almost like Israel sees fire when they play against red, white, and green. I don't know why.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, the only upside is that they won't qualify for the World Cup. But anyway, so yeah, I think Frisco Baseball Stadium could be a thing, because those owners have nothing.
There is no way they're putting in. There's no. Go ahead.
You're correct. It is very unlikely that they would. I'm saying, as far as facilities go, those team owners have nothing to do with the Hunts, and could, if they really wanted to be dicks, they could. They're not going to, because again, it's too close. If it was on the other side of Frisco, I'm thinking maybe. It is literally 2 exits from Toyota Stadium, so that's not going to work. McKinney, they would have to go deal with Hitch, although I don't actually think USL2 has territorial rights at that level.
It would be a different level, right? Because they're saying pro soccer, so I imagine it's going to be USL1 or Championship at this point.
Yeah, so it's one of them things where,
or MLS Next Pro. I don't know.
No, well, that's definitely not happening in Collin County.
I wouldn't expect, but if
the Hunts are spending. That. The Hunts are spending no money building that Mansfield Stadium. Let me rephrase that. But the Hunts are investing, quote unquote, in the Mansfield Stadium and getting that market. So chances are, rumor is, this is Texoma moving south in order to get into a bigger market in a better facility. Now, Denison is opening a brand new football stadium that they could move to, but I'm not sure Denison is any better than Texoma as far as, and I'm not sure you want to move into I don't know if you want to move into a high school stadium where the stadium is on high school property, because that's where you run into the you can't drink issue.
Well, that's going to be anywhere up in this region. I mean,
because Mansfield Stadium is not on the property. It's not even anywhere near a school.
Mansfield, but I'm talking about up here. There's not a school up here that does not own the property that the high school stadium is.
No, on. when I say own, I mean like there's a school adjacent to it. That's usually an issue.
Right, all of these are Melissa, Salina. There may be one or two in Plano that I could be wrong about, but Anna specifically, and Anna only has one stadium. Melissa has one stadium. Salina has a couple of stadiums, but they're all attached to schools. Weston has a post office, and that's it. There is nothing. I swear, and I only know this because I lived up there in that area for a little while. You drive.
They have a post office and a Dollar Tree. That's it. That's the only reason.
No, there's not even a Dollar Tree. There's not even a Dollar Tree. There is a post office, and there is a storefront that sells local honey that has not been open the entire time that I lived up in that way. There was not a time I drove by and the local honey shop was actually open. So I'm assuming it's a money laundering scheme.
That honey shop sounds like.
I genuinely love how Dennis always goes money laundering. I don't even care what it is. You're definitely faking some revenue here.
I mean, he is from New York.
Every car wash is a money laundering. Every tow truck company is money laundering. Every strip club for sure is money laundering.
Yes, you are correct, sir. You are correct.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You and I are on the same page here, sir. Every strip club I've ever been to, I'm like, huh.
I do want to just go out here and make sure that we clarify that everyone who is involved with the Texoma organization, who has spoken to members of the media, have vehemently denied that this has anything to do with the Texoma club.
Hold on, let me do this. Bill Clinton, we are not moving our club. I do not know that city.
I did not have sexual relations with that club.
We not moving stadium. Anyways, either way, here's the thing. This is a plus and a negative, right? They tried a small market, which I think in the beginning we all agreed, if it turns out to be what we think it is. They tried a small market, which we all agreed was going to be tough. They did it the 1 year and they realized it wasn't working. They could do what other clubs have done, which is close up shop. They've decided we're going to recalibrate. Now, I think the only reason they're doing that is because next year is a World Cup year, and ending a football club in a World Cup year seems like a really bad idea.
Like, it seems like brutal.
You will get at least a little bit of funds rolling down your way, especially if you're in the DFW metro area. Like, you can make it work. So they recalibrated and they're going to try the move, if this is who we think it is, which only makes sense because unless this is Nisa, which is someone mentioned that, I'm like, Nisa's dead. Nisa's a corpse. Nisa's more of a corpse than in the NASAL.
And again, would that even be considered pro at this time?
It is. It is technically, but yeah. So lastly, gentlemen, we're going to do our tradition here that we're trying to work on, although I'm quickly running out of teams to actually do this, was we're going to do our team of the week. We're doing Dennis's favorite league and MLS Next Pro.
In my favorite
league. In Hubert's side of town, at least kind of sort of. West Michigan. Wait, is Grand Rapids West? I'm confused. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, so West Michigan
Detroit
soccer is I thought Detroit was south by the lake. Okay, never mind. I'll look at the map.
No. So there's Michigan, right? There's the east side, and
then
you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
So there's a hand.
The mitten.
Yeah. So
there's nothing. There's nothing north of this line. There's just nothing there. Like once you get north of this line,
till you get to the shore.
Sure.
Yeah. There's
but even then, most of the time of the year, there's nobody else up there.
Yeah. So it's Michigan's Hampton, is what you're saying. It's basically vacation homes most of the time. So yeah, West Michigan Soccer got awarded a MLS Next Pro team. This is they don't have a name. They don't have a logo. They don't have anything. They don't have any team colors.
Oh, thank God. I was looking at that crest going, wait, what?
Yeah. They don't have any. They don't have a name. They don't have anything. What they do have, though, is a real estate deal and a soccer name. So they've already sold the rights to this. We discussed this last week. So Amway Stadium, I personally think it's really good looking. The only issue I have is that it's like every other stadium, but at least they tried to make it unique with the cladding, which I think a lot of stadiums need to do. You can do a modular stadium to get the what you need, the facilities, and then you can do cladding to match your surroundings. There's actually a really dope club in Japan that's doing a timber stadium, so it'll be all timber structure, 5,000 seats. That might be our next week's thing, but that's pretty good idea. So it's sustainable, quote unquote. Obviously, there's going to be cement foundation, steel beams to support some of it, but it's like 90% timber structure. So
Amway is massive in that area.
Oh, no way. Yeah.
And there is a ton of money to be had from people even associated with that and being around it. Depending on where they're putting it around Grand Rapids, they might be trying to get a big money like youth sports crowd. American soccer thrives on that shit for some reason. I imagine there might be a lot of money involved in that. Do we know anything about ownership?
We do. So this stadium, current price, $175 million, with tariffs and whatever else it might go up. The building to your left there is the local YMCA, if that helps you identify it. I think this is the Davos.
Well, I mean, Grand Rapids has multiple YMCAs, so it doesn't really narrow.
Well, it's the one downtown, is what I'm saying.
Okay. So they're building this downtown.
Yes.
Okay. So they're paying big bucks. So it's the Davos stuff.
Yeah, 175 million for an 8,500 seat stadium. That is a lot of money. So this is the Davos family. So this is
God damn.
Daniel?
Got another asshole in soccer. Can't wait.
Yeah, pretty much. So if you know anything about the Davos family, wasn't one of the family members of the former Secretary of Education, if I'm not mistaken? So.
Correct. Yeah, I don't know if they put it in a good spot though. Grand Rapids is pretty easy to walk and get around. If it's right downtown, this would be a cool spot to like hit a bar and then walk over.
Yeah, so
definitely check out. What's the name of this bar? Hold on, I had to look.
Grand Rapids is a great city, guys.
Yeah, well, One Bourbon is a random whiskey bar in Grand Rapids that I found myself at when I had a flight get significantly delayed that I didn't even bother going to the airport. So check out One Bourbon if you're up there.
And if I can do a Grand Rapids shout out, check out Madcap
Yes.
Coffee, one of the best coffee roasters in the country, hands down. And there's also the Lantern if you want more of a low key coffee shop.
There you go.
So
Coffee,
I mean,
whiskey, soccer. What else do you fucking need?
Yeah, I don't foresee us ever traveling for this. I mean, maybe a North Texas game.
Not gonna lie to you, I have friends in the area. I might just do it to do it.
You might just do it. So yeah,
I'm up there for work pretty regularly. So
yeah, so 2027.
When do we expect brand reveal? Like,
I mean, I'm guessing after the World Cup. I'm pretty sure unless they want to do a Dallas thing where you blow your nut early and then you try to sustain it. I don't know. I don't know. I personally think you should edge a little bit this game that, anyways, I'm sorry.
Sure. All right, I think it's time to wrap this up.
Anyway, so that's our team of the week, Grand Rapids. And for those who are wondering, the reason the stadium already has a name is because the Davos family owns Amway. So it's synergy. Synergy is what they call corruption. I mean, business tie-in. So yeah, shout out to them. I mean, MLS Next Pro, we discussed it last week. They're definitely growing. So that is our team of the week. Gentlemen, it's been a long. We've extended. That FIFA topic is going to be an issue going in for a long time. So, but follow us. Our subscriber count keeps going up. We get at least 1 or 2 a week. So it slowly but surely. I'm hoping
there are tens of them.
And we want to thank everyone who's watching, listening. Shout out. Follow us.
Made it this far. Jesus Christ, go find a hobby.
Yeah. Dennis, do you want to give them the good news about the game you just watched?
Yeah. Italy managed to win the qualifier here, and Israel lost, which I think is what more people are going to be happy about. But
yeah, red, white, and green over Israel. Beautiful.
There we go.
No, we're not doing that.
Fuck them.
We want this to actually go out without be getting a copyright strike.
Oh, you do.
So fair enough. All right, follow us on Dallas Guardians on everything. We'll see y'all this weekend at the Toyota Red Lot for our tailgate. Get Peacock, watch the girls watch our local women's team, Dallas Trinity. Stay on top of the league at least one more week.
6:30.
For 6:30?
Yep. 6:30 p.m. So
6:30
you can
Eastern or 7:30 Eastern?
6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. So maybe we bust out the projector and turn it on at the tailgate for a little bit.
It'll be too bright.
It'd be too bright. We've been actually talking about like getting like a small 32-inch TV, which you remember when 32-inch TVs were expensive, and now you can get one for like $70. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyways,
you get one free with a certain purchases at like Best Buy these days. They just giving away free TVs.
When I bought my sectional, they were like, "You want a TV?" And I'm like, "I have nowhere to put this." Eventually it's in the office now, but that's crazy. Anyways, like, share, subscribe.